It's Rob!
Tony!
We're in gaming!
And that's you!
Hello gamers and welcome back to the Inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. And today we're going to be going from rank 6 to again 5, while attempting to in this Road to Legend episode. We're going to be playing, I really want to play Control Paladin just because of how bad we did last time. We need like a redemption. We're just going to stick with the Cthulhu Druid. We lose with the Cthulhu Druid, then we'll go ahead and play some of the N'Zoth Paladin. We got to stick with what works, you know? And then eventually when we get up into the ranks, probably around like 4 or 3-ish, we'll go to the Control Warrior. And then we'll just dominate the ladder from there to Legend, and then we'll make those deck guides, those sweet deck guides that we need to get back on. Alright, so going into Shaman, probably as we know, mid-range Shaman, the most popular at the moment. Well, it's mid-range or aggro, right? We're going to keep the Wild Growth, and I don't think we keep this wipe in the opening hand. It's good, but it really doesn't help us in the sense of like playing maybe a taunt or another creature does. So like we're looking for 4 drops, 5 drops, and or Innervates, so we can play this Dark out. Unfortunately, we drew Cthulhu in our opening hand along with Veclor, and these are like 2 of the cards we do not want in our opening hand, like at all, like 0%. There's a 5 drop, so that's nice. So we have a 5 into a 6 into a 7, but the problem is we need to draw a Cthulhu buffer, at least 1, because this is going to give it 3, which means we're 1 off right now to play the Veclor on curve for 7. So we need a Twilight Elder or a Disciple of Cthulhu to kind of make this okay. Alright, Raven Idol. We'll go for a spell for the Raven Idol just because normally spells are always better than creatures. Nourish isn't bad as it allows us to draw some cards. Claw's not bad either, and neither is Wisp of the Old Gods actually, because we can summon a bunch of 1/1s, 7 1/1s, which is pretty good. I kind of like Nourish just for the card draw, but unfortunately we can't use it right now, but it's decent. And depending on what he plays this turn, if he just like uses a normal totem, we'll probably go Druid of the Claw into charge. If he plays like a creature, we'll probably put it into taunt mode. Another totem golem. So I actually might charge out the claw. What would be if we put it in taunt? He can hex it and it doesn't kill anything. So at least if we charge it out, we're at least killing one of these totem golems. Granted, he could use a spell to kill it, but then he would use a spell to kill it from taunt form anyway, and then it probably would have traded with one anyway. So we like guaranteed trade with the possibility of killing another one. Which is pretty good. And then turn 6, of course, we have the 5/7. Unfortunately, we couldn't draw into another Cthulhu buffer, so we're not going to be playing Veclor on 7. So there's the Feral Spirits. So we know this is going to trade at least one more time into one of these Dogies. Dogies! Or were you earlier, Twilight Elder? Or were you earlier? Alright, so we're going to play the Dark, and then we're going to kill off one of the Dogies. And then turn 7's probably Elder, Living Roots, and then hopefully we maybe can draw into a 3-drop. If not, maybe a passive in there, but probably like Elder and Living Roots is pretty weak. So hopefully we can draw into another 3-drop and or a 4-drop. Then we can just go Elder 4-drop. That'd be a really good turn. So like Elder Living Roots is fine. Elder maybe Swipe is good. This is a problem. Double Living Roots, eh? Alright. We know Elder's coming out. And then how do we want to deal with this 7/7 here? We know we could double Living Roots this Totem Golem. He's going to swing into here, so this is going to be at 2 HP. So we know this is trading here, right? Unless we like passive Living Roots this, and then swing into this and Living Roots that. But we know he's going to make this trade anyway. So there's no point to like excelling that. So double Living Roots onto the Totem Golem really doesn't feel that great. But it is something we can do. Or at least using 1 Living Roots on here, right? Because this can trade into there, which is not so good. I feel like if he gets a healing totem, though, that's really bad. But we're going to need to play the Veclor anyway. So I guess we just hit it for the 2. And then we'll passive into the Totem Golem. Alright. So this makes it so if he trades the Totem Golem into our Elder, it dies. We can make this trade next turn. And then if he trades the Dark with the Flame Faceless, it dies. So we're just going to hope he doesn't roll like a Healing Totem. But then you would have to wait a turn anyway, which means we can Veclor and then make trades on our own because we have another Living Roots to back it up. So we kind of made it awkward for him.
Did you bring some?
Sorry. And the reason... Oh, no, he got the Healing Totem. So he actually can wait here, and then it would be a pretty big issue. But we'll see if he waits or not. Ugh. So right now he's making the decision of whether or not he wants to make this trade or wait a turn. And ideally, if he waits, it makes it harder for me to kill, but I can still kill it. If he goes ahead and does that, we plan for that to happen anyway, so that's good. So, I mean, technically, either way, we were able to buy a turn and or make favorable trades with the play we made last turn. But Veclor, okay, so he's going to make this, which makes the trade, which is really, it's totally okay. So now we're just going to Veclor and then kill off his Totemic. Or we could, yeah, we're just going to, yeah, that's fine. Or we could just Innervate Cthulhu. We know he doesn't have Hex or he would have used it, right? Let's just Innervate Cthulhu. Alright, so I guess we'll just hold to attack with this guy first, right? Unless we attack the Healing Totem. And then it has 6. So I guess I don't think we attack the Healing Totem. I think we just play the Cthulhu and see what happens first. Alright, that's fine. And now Cthulhu's 11/11. So if he doesn't have Hex, we basically win. Both of these are golden. Quite nice. Golden Twilight Elder looks pretty cool. But we always had to get, if we're going to play the old gods, we had to go for the old gods, right? Like, we got the Golden Azoth, we got the old golden Cthulhu, and we got the Golden Yogg. It costs a lot of dust. Not the Yogg, but the Cthulhu and then the Azoth. Alright, so he's going to Lightning Storm. This further proves he does not have that, that Hex. We're not going to trade into the, oh, it looks like we have to trade this anyway now. Okay, so we could deal 2, and then passive, and then we can swing 11 face. And then that still leaves room for us to nourish. So this is 9, and then, oh, if we passive, then we can't do that. But he already used a Lightning Storm. Well, this is 4, and this is only 4 damage, yeah, and this is 5. So I guess we just Veclor, right? Yeah. Not really a trade I wanted to make, but I guess we just hit into this air. Nah, we'll just go face. Doesn't matter. Hitting in the air totem, he's still gonna have it next turn anyway, so we could just disciple that, and then the hit wouldn't have mattered. But it's a problem because our Cthulhu only has 2 HP, right? So ideally, we want to go face there. And if we could have fit in the Nourish, or even fit in like a 2 or 3 drop, it would have been worth it. But playing a 2/1 in a spell, and then just having one of this Cthulhu out after you just use the Lightning Storm, which shows he like probably doesn't have any more field clear. So these 4/6s aren't going to get dealt with. So pretty good. Oh, he has the second Lightning Storm. That's not good. Rip Cthulhu. So he's mid-range Shaman with double Lightning Storm. It's very similar to my mid-range Shaman deck, right? Well, the good thing is we pick the Nourish so we can refill our hand, and we still have plenty of threats left in the deck. Like, Cthulhu isn't our only win condition in this deck, which is really nice. We don't run Doom Caller to bring him back, but that's okay. So it's probably Disciple of Cthulhu on the Air Totem. Well, Nourish first. Disciple of Cthulhu on the Air Totem. Swing face for at least. Never mind. Alright, so we can Azure Drake to play a creature. Yeah, so I like this. We're going to Azure Drake, see what we get. That's pretty good. We're going to play as many creatures as we can. Next turn we can go to Living Roots. It actually hits for 3 now, so we could take care of that, passive that, but it doesn't make sense to do that. We're just going to hit this, and then we're not going to kill the Air Totem. There's literally no point to kill that totem whatsoever anymore, unless he like Thunder Bluffs, and then that was a point. So We'll see if he Thunder Bluffs or not. If he Thunder Bluffs, then he can kill the 4. No, we can't even Thunder Bluff because he can't use his passive because he's overloaded 4. So just another totem and maybe a Flame Tongue in between. Alright. So we have lethal. Oh, we did have lethal, now we don't. So if we go ahead and, oh my giblets. So if we just gave everything +2/+2, that'd be 6, 6, 4, that'd be 14, not enough yet. So I guess we'll go with the Fandral, and now we can just do a lot of shit. We're gonna Nourish first. Now we get 3 more mana, or 2 more mana crystals. So we draw into, that's pretty good. All right, so we can do 3 to this. Well, we can actually hit 4 to this and then go face if we want. But it really doesn't matter at that point. Yeah, so we'll just go here. Should have drew first, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I guess we should have drew first because then we could have Raven Idled on top of everything. And the next turn we Sonaris, and then just gives everything +2/+2 and summons 2 more dudes. So I guess we would kill off our 1/1s first, and then we play Sonaris, but we only actually have to, yeah, we have to kill off 2 because he is our 7th. The power of the Cthulhu Druid. Rockbiter is good. Okay, so if we give everything +2/+2. We still win. That's why I run this guy. If you have any cards on the field or you can combo him with Fandral, it's almost like an automatic win. But some other people run Rag and things like that. But I just, like, if we're going against like an aggro deck and we draw Rag, he's almost useless the entire game. But if we play a Sonaris against like an aggro deck, like summoning the 2/2 taunts, you know, that's 2 Doomhammer charges. That's probably at least 2 trades in a Zoo deck. It's a nice top deck, or if it's a nice finisher against like a control deck. So. All right, another Shaman. All right, so this game will be our rank 5 game. So let's see if we can hit into here with a win streak. All right, so we have Innervate, Wild Growth, Disciple of Cthulhu. So, and we have Coin. And we're going against a Shaman. So, oh man, this is... I guess we just hold Raven Idol. I guess we just hold... Do we get rid of the Disciple? I think we do. Because we're Wild Growthing on 2, and that means we're going to have 4 mana. So we're looking for a 4 or a 5 drop. Oh man, this is a very... I guess we could have coined Wild Growth and then summon the Disciple, but we always know they start with like a Totem Golem, right? So it's always risky. We're going to go for a spell, of course. I mean, we could go for the Wrath for some more CC, or we could go for the Wild Growth. So we could actually Innervate Wild Growth right now. But what would that do? So Innervate Wild Growth, we're at 3 mana, and then we would, nah. I think we just go for the Wrath. I think this is fine. Because the next turn we Wild Growth, and the following turn we Coin Claw. And then we have a decent amount of CC. I think this is fine. I mean, theoretically, we could Innervate Coin Claw now. But then we would have no follow-up. Well, it'd be 3. Yeah, it'd be 3 mana. And then we would Wild Growth and then play another Claw. So I actually like that. Unless we just want a Wild Growth for Coin Claw. But we get to deal with this Totem Golem right away. But we save the Innervate. I think we can save the Innervate, right? Yeah, let's save it. This is what I like about Druid, as long as it's not a taunt totem. Alright, that's fine. So this is what I like about Druid. There's just a lot of options, right? Like, there's tons of things that you can do, and each outcome is going to be very different from the other. And then next turn we can play a normal Claw, and then we got the save Innervate. So like, let's say on 6 we draw into like an 8 drop or a 9 drop. We only have to, you know, we can accelerate that out. So But this is also fine, because now we can just wrath this and then hit our 4-1 into it, and it deals with that. So deal 3. So we can hold on to the Innervate and Innervate out this on 7, or we could just Innervate the Claw now. I actually like Innervating the Claw now. Holding on, like, we could have played Claw 6 and then played, I guess that's fine. No, yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. Yeah. It's all, I don't know. This worked out better. Yeah, this is fine. So we have spells to deal with whatever he plays. We have Sonaris on 9, and then ideally we can just draw into one more Cthulhu buffer. Our Cthulhu's a 9/9 because this gives +3. It's such an awkward number. It's like 3, which means we have to draw into 1, which is like 1 turn of Twilight Elder. Or 1 Disciple. Mana Tide, so it doesn't have much, obviously, if he's playing the Mana Tide. Thing from below. So it looks like we'll swipe the thing from below. Yeah, so we'll swipe this. We'll take 5, I'm not really worried about it. And then we're definitely gonna, I guess we could kill off the totems, right? Because we know he's probably playing mid-range at this point due to how slow he's playing. Plus he plays Mana Tide, so what is it called? Thunder Bluff is definitely probably in his deck. And at that point, if Thunder Bluff's in his deck, then we don't want the totems to stay up because then he can play Thunder Bluff this turn, use his passive, gives him plus whatever, and then he could trade it into our Claw. It's good that he's also not getting a whole lot of value out of his Mana Tides. Like 1 card for 3 mana, I mean, it's okay, but it's bad, but it's okay for us. So the Flame Tongue Totem makes it so he wants us to kill the Flame Tongue first before we swing into the Mana Tide, but we're just gonna be able to wrath that down, kill Mana Tide. And then hopefully we draw into a decent creature. Innervate Cthulhu. Let's Innervate Sonaris or Innervate Cthulhu. I like Cthulhu, right? So we kill off this first, and then hopefully it kills the Mana Tide. But if it doesn't kill the Mana Tide, well, we know we're Innervating, and it's Cthulhu. So the choice is whether we attack this, or do we kill the Mana Tide? And then just, hopefully it kills that, if we want this to take 2 damage or not. I honestly don't really have faith in Cthulhu to kill. Well, there's more creatures this way, so we'll see what happens. Alright, that's fine. That's 2 games in a row we've been able to Innervate out the Cthulhu early. And even after it's dead, it can still be a 10/10, so we don't really have to worry about that. This makes me think he's going to play some sort of overload. Maybe it's the Flame Tongue, no 4-drop, 7/7. Doomhammer, okay. Why, oh yeah, why would you, yeah, that was a mistake. You should have just swung your 5/1 into there. That was very silly of you. Yeah, we'll just push lethal next turn. There's no reason not to go face here. Unless he has double Rock Biter. He does not.
There is a lot at stake here.
So if he makes this trade, then we just swing face for 9. It doesn't matter. And then we get to ring 5. That was a lot easier, not easier, but that was a lot quicker than our, I think, what was it? I don't know, it was one of the, it was like 7 to 6, I think it was, that we sat there for like 3 parts. It was brutal. It was brutal. Ugh. All right, get that sweet print screen on the set. All right, sweet. So let's open up packs. We have the ability to get 1 pack. No, always trying to make me spend money, Hearthstone. Always trying to make me spend money. Nice. I thought this was a golden epic at first, but we got a golden common. It's a pretty cool one too. It's the Warlock. Not that we'll use that a whole lot, but still. Golden cards are good because they cost a ton of dust to craft. Like a golden common is 400 dust. So I mean, it's a sizable amount of dust. That's an epic. All right, so we'll call the episode here. We'll pick back up at rank 5, and then we'll go for the sweet rank 4, and then we'll probably be seeing Control Warrior fairly soon. So, as always, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed. I'm Warshack, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.